of the people that have led Britain into its current situation, whether you are pleased with that current situation or not, are historically quite warm towards Vladimir Putin. Nigel Farage, of course, has described him as the world leader he admires most. Donald Trump has, in just the last few days, described Vladimir Putin as a genius. Just imagine if the people suggesting that this is a situation comparable to the rise of Hitler, or the invasions undertaken by Hitler at the beginning of what became the Second World War. Just imagine how it would feel if you had someone on British television and radio describing Hitler as the leader they admire most in the world, or if indeed you had a former president of America describing Hitler as a genius. That's what these people have done to us. I know I sometimes seem like a stuck record, but there's a reason why. I think it's really important to recognise what has been done to this country. And speaking of Farage and indeed of Trump, here is Steve Bannon talking about recent events. You remember Steve Bannon? He's the man that says you should wear your racism as a badge of honour. He's the man that met with Jacob Rees-Mogg and reportedly, or at least claimed, that he'd been in conversation with Boris Johnson. He's the man that Nigel Farage thanked and said without Steve Bannon and his toxic Breitbart organisation, there would have been no Brexit. And he was, of course, the consigliere to Donald Trump, who put Donald Trump in the White House. So we're not going to play the sound effect today. But if I'd said to you last week that when many people are warning about Vladimir Putin coming close to emulating Hitler and Europe seeing the sort of war that we thought had been consigned to the history books, would the usual suspects be using the word woke in the context of such serious conversations? It breaks my heart to tell you that the front page of the Daily Mail today says security chief tells our spies to go woke. As a real war breaks out, these vampires and ghouls continue because they've got nothing left after all the lies they told you about Europe, about Brexit, about Brussels. They've all fallen apart. All they've got left, because the only language they understand is encouraging their readers, their viewers, their listeners to be angry and to attack, and they've run out of targets. So the Daily Mail is reduced to attacking MI5 and MI6 on the day that Europe falls into war. Steve Bannon, mates with Nigel Farage, dinner companion of Jacob Rees-Mogg, advisor to Donald Trump. Guess what he's reaching for today? You're not going to believe this. If I said to you, we'll be talking about the war and anybody will try to bring gender-neutral toilets into it, you'd think I'd gone mad, right? If this was a week ago or a month ago or a year ago. What they're bringing gender-neutral toilets into a conversation about the Russian invasion of Ukraine? And I'll tell you, for nothing, it won't be confined to this character.
Putin ain't woke. He is anti-woke.
The Russians, people still know which bathroom to use.
They know how many genders are there in Russia?
2.
Okay, that's all of a sudden. That's not. They don't have the flags. They don't have the pride flags outside on their.
They don't have boys swimming in girls' college swim meets.
How backward!
It's embarrassing.
How savage! How medieval! How medieval! This is why this whole thing's a scam. It's a total and complete scam.
Steve Bannon there, the man who put Donald Trump in the White House and who Nigel Farage suggested without whom Brexit never would have been possible. So you might think I'm a stuck record, but good God, being proved categorically right about all this stuff is among the least satisfying experiences of my entire life.